Alright, it's the White Tiger Knight, and this is the custom AR10, AR15 vice block hack. Again, I don't have money for a vice or a vice block, so this is an upper receiver vice block that I just made out of some quick plywood here. With this one, actually, I wound up torquing this DPMS AR15 armorer's wrench here. I torqued the little nubs here on this where you place it in the barrel nut. So I decided to make a new design here, and this is the new upper receiver vice block that I made here. I just made this out of some scrap half-inch plywood. You can make you can make it out of fence post or something or anything else. I mean, again, this is just a really budget and a cheap way to do this. But I basically just screwed these guys on here and left an opening in the center so that the upper receiver can fit in there. And I made sure that it wouldn't cause any pressure. So it had a little bit of space in there, so it wasn't going to crush it when I actually, drill it in here. So as you can see here, just fits right there in the upper receiver, and this piece will be placed over top. Now you can place some pressure on it and go ahead and apply the torque that way, or you can go ahead and screw it in. And what I wound up doing was screwing it down and then leaving actually one screw in, so I could actually use it as a pivot to place the upper in and out. And you can torque it down that way. As you can see, you want to leave a little bit of space so that when you're standing on or applying pressure to these areas here, you're not going to be crushing on the upper receiver. But basically, this will torque into the wood, and the wood will give, I think, basically before the steel or aluminum or anything will. So I think you really have no real risk of actually damaging your upper receiver. I did actually torque the barrel nut on the other one, but it's really weak aluminum, and I had the steel AR15 tool, which is what caused actually the over torquing issue on the aluminum barrel nut that comes with this UTG quad rail. But it's not really that big of a deal. I think it still functions. So again, as you can see here, I screwed it down. So I go ahead and screw these pieces in here, and you can see it won't move. You can't even get it out of here until you unscrew these. So it's just, again, a quick, simple way. If you don't want to spend a bunch of money on a vise and upper receiver vice block, which can get fairly costly. I think this is an effective way. And again, you place pressure here where I'm putting my foot, and you can stand on it or put your knees on, is what I just basically did. And then you can go ahead and torque it down to your required, say, foot-pounds, 50, 80 foot-pounds, whatever you want, or you can do 30, whatnot. But I was having trouble getting this thing at the right torque. So once I did this, I screwed it on, and it was perfect. It worked great. No over torquing issues. No twisting issues at all. Just place your feet here and just go ahead and torque it through. I think, again, it worked really effective. It was very easy to break it off and tighten it back down, and I got it in the proper alignment for the gas tube, because I had it at 80 foot-pounds before and the gas tube wasn't fitting. So I went ahead and backed it off with this and tightened it back down to about 50 foot-pounds. Okay, and now this was a lot easier than the other one that I had, and I think it's a lot more effective. You can make different sizes, I guess, to fit different size receivers. I just think it's a quick, simple, cheap hack for not spending, hundreds of dollars on a vise and whatever they're asking nowadays, almost $100 for these upper receiver vice blocks. And considering I have AR10 and AR15, I would have to buy multiples of those. So I think this technique works. As you can see, there's a little bit of wood shavings and whatnot on the gun, but who cares? It's a gun. Again, you're going to use this. It's a tool. You don't have to baby this and get it pretty and pink and all this. So anyway, as you can see, it goes ahead and pivots pretty simply. You just go ahead and place it in. You can actually, because I left the one screw on there, you can just pivot over and then place the pressure, with your feet or whatever. You can have someone else help you and hold it down, or you can just put your knees on it and go ahead and torque it down. So this way you actually don't have to unscrew it and re-screw it in after every use. So I think it, again, is pretty effective. I can use this for the AR15 and the AR10, and it's just, again, a really cheap, simple way. If you got some cheap plywood sitting around, or some scrap wood, or some fence post, I think it's great. So stay tuned for updates. We'll be doing some more on this baby, and peace out.